Hello and welcome. My name is Merely Adequate, and you're here for 5 hidden entrances. Let's get going. The first 2 of these 5 hidden entrances are fairly simple, and I'll just show you how they're done, and then you can modify them and do them how you like. The other 3 will require a little bit of build tutorial, so I'll do a full tutorial on those as we get to them. But let's do the first one first because it's the first one. The first of these 5 doors is perfect for a snowy or cold looking base. It's a great wall that you have here, and you've got some texturing between the different ice blocks and some of the lights and some of the snow here. And this takes advantage of the powdered snow that you can find here in Minecraft. As you know, you pick it up in a bucket, you can put it down, you can pick it up again, and you can use it however you want. You can go through it and it hurts you, but you can go through it. That's what we're going to take advantage of here today. But when you do it, you may want to be a little sneaky about it. Here, it seems like the obvious choices are here and here. If you go into it, you got nothing. It's blocked in the back. However, what I've done is this one right here, one step up, and that is a hidden entranceway, just like that. Very super simple. It's not hard to really understand. I feel a little silly teaching it, but I think this is one that people skip over sometimes. And it's a really simple one, particularly if you do something like here. See, I got this trapdoor here that makes it look like it's kind of blocking this. There's other things you could put there, like, I don't know, redstone switches or other things that you can pass through. And yeah, it works really perfectly. It looks deceptive. And then, uh-oh. See, even I messed it up. You can walk right through it just like that. And there we are. Door number 1, the powdered snow entryway. Entrance number 2 is the exact opposite of number 1. We have, I thought this would be perfect. We have the snow, the cold snow there. We have the lava here. And you can probably guess what's going on, although, it doesn't really look like, it looks like a perfect wall decoration for some kind of a dark dungeon type base. You got the wall, the lava flowing in the sides of the walls. You see it all the time. People do it for decoration, but in this case, we're going to use it as an entryway. And I decorated with all these buttons, different styles up here to kind of throw you off the what's the word I'm looking for? To kind of throw you off the path. But I just did this one right here. You click it, it kills the lava, and then you can walk through as a perfect entryway. And then when you leave, you just click it again, and there it goes. And this one is fairly simple, although I do have a couple things to show you. All I have, obviously, are a couple dispensers with lava buckets in them. And whenever you push a button and trigger them, it either opens or closes it. The 2 things I wanted to show you about this one is, you can really choose to do your redstone from any location. So I can get rid of this and put it here, and now that button is my button. So whatever one you think is the most sneaky, put it here. The center one's the button. Whichever one you think is the most sneaky way of doing it can be your button. And the other thing I wanted to show you is whenever you're messing with lava, or water for that case, the very first thing to come out of a dispenser is a source block. And it doesn't want to go just down. It wants to kind of fan out a little bit. So to keep it from doing so, we have to block it in like this. See, if I remove this, the lava will start trying to creep out. So there we are. We want to make sure that the first layer below the dispenser is surrounded so that it doesn't try to spread out and get wider. And lastly, I guess there is a third thing to show you. Whenever you do this, you want to make sure that you've got yourself a hole here at the bottom, just like this, so that the lava doesn't spread out all over the place. I guess you could do the same thing with water in this case, although water is a little transparent, so people might see what's going on behind it, which is why I chose to use lava. All right, here we go. The lava entryway, it's the entrance for your dungeons and all kinds of maybe nether experiences. Entrance number 3 makes use of a very specific mechanic here in Minecraft. I don't know if you know this, but if you use, I'll go ahead and show you the mechanism in the back. If you have a comparator coming off the back wall of a item frame, then by spinning the item in the item frame, it actually increases the power supplied to the comparator. So what we have going on here is, I could have used any of these 4 decorations that I chose. I chose this one, and when I turn it 4 times, it pulls back, and I can come down here into my secret hidden underground area. All right, pretty simple, not too difficult. We'll just spin it right back, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it comes back, and there we go. I do want to show you the basics on how to build this one though, so let's go behind it and do that. Obviously, the first thing you want to do is have your hole down to your hidden base below, and then you're going to want to fill that full of scaffolding just to the very top like that. Okay? The next thing you're going to want to do is put down a sticky piston, not right here, but one back like that. And then whatever you want to use as a hiding block, you can put down right there. All right, there we go. After that, what we're going to want to do is kind of go down below your sticky piston and put a torch, a redstone torch, and that will actually push it, and this will be the standard position for your setup because you want it to be closed in your standard position. So that's why you did that. All right, then we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 on top of the 4th one. All right, did you see that? 1, 2 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 on top of the 4th one. So what you have, to be honest, actually, you can move this around. I'm just choosing to put my item frame here. Obviously, if your item frame is up there, you'll need to make your way up to it. If you want to put your item frame way over away, you just need to make your distance to that. You do have a limit. I believe 8 is the furthest you can go by spinning your item around. So you don't want to make sure that your path, at least until you get to a repeater, isn't any further away than 8. Okay? Now what we're going to do is have a comparator come out the back of this. Okay, so it's going to read this item or any item you choose to put into the frame. All right, I'm gonna go dust, 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 ooh, excuse me, and repeater. All right, there we go. And that's pretty much it. 1, 2, 3, oh, it was a set of 3. Obviously, the distance between things. So if I had done, let's say, another one here. All right. Great, just like that. All I did was extend the distance of the redstone. And now it requires me to turn it further. So 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like 5 now. Yep, further to do that. Does that make sense? So all that's happening here, this is reading the power that you're setting here, and then your distance goes until it goes into this block here with the redstone torch on the side that activates this sticky piston forward and back. And that's basically it. All the rest is just decorations. That's all the mechanics you need to make this work, which I think is a really simple and effective. Obviously, you would need to decorate it, you know, a little less conspicuously. You wouldn't want to have, like, say, a single, like, barrel, like right there or something. That would be pretty obvious. But as long as you have it all decorated up nice, it's a pretty good thing to use for hiding an entryway that's below ground. And there we are, entrance number 3. Entrance number 4 is a variation on an oldie but a goodie. A lot of people have realized that you can put pictures on top of things that you can pass through. Like, for example, signs or gates. So what you can do then is create a gap behind it that you can just pass through. So here we go. But nope, you can't pass through this one. All right. However, you can if you put an item in here. It'll open it up, and then you can pass through, and it closes up afterwards. This is a great one, but it does require a kind of bit of a wide left and right to make it work. So you're going to need kind of a big wall. You wouldn't want to put it in a tiny room. But let's dig down below and I will show you some of the mechanics here. It's all under here. Let's make sure I don't break something I'm not supposed to break. Okay, yep, so far so good. Yes. And even some in the front, right down there. Okay, this is basically what's going on. We've got a chest up here above, going into a hopper minecart, down into a hopper, down into a chest below. You can have this configuration go kind of however you want, but you do need a hopper minecart here, and I'll show you why in a moment. But you may want to have it go someplace where you can actually regather all the items. As you see, I've been testing it out, making sure it worked correctly. Gather all the items you need. And then basically it's just passing the signal along. What we have here is a pulse extender, so the door is open long enough for you to get through, and then it continues on here, opening the door. And this is why you need the hopper minecart, because this redstone torch would actually lock a regular hopper and wouldn't allow things to flow through. But by having the hopper minecart there, the redstone torch does not stop it, and everything passes through and works correctly. I've shown you, but now let's build it together. All right, let's start digging down where you're going to want your collection chest. We'll dig down 3 right here, but then we only want to go down 2 for the next 6 spaces. This is 3 over, 4 over, 5 over, 6 over. Okay, then we'll come back 2 deep. 1, 2, 3. Go down 1, 2, leave this block, 3. Okay, there we go. That's the digging. That's what it's supposed to look like when you're done digging. All right, now we're going to put this collection chest or barrel or whatever down here at the bottom with a hopper on top of that and tracks on top of that. Now, if you want to put a barrel facing up, you're going to need to do it before you place your hopper minecart. So I'm going to do something like that. All right? Otherwise, you'll have to place it either sideways or put a chest down. Then we're going to put down the hopper minecart right there. Great. And we're going to put a torch right there. All right, let's do some comparators and repeaters. We're going to want a comparator coming right out of that hopper right there. See that? And then we're going to want a repeater 2 away from that and a repeater going into there. Okay? Then we're going to want a hopper there, a comparator there and a comparator there. All right, with dust, 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 and dust. See that? So what we have here is the comparator is reading the hopper. This repeater here is there so that the dust doesn't start combining in this location. You've got these 2 comparators making a little bit of a comparator clock that burns down to keep it open for a little bit longer. And you got this repeater going into this block to change the state of that redstone torch when needed. All right, we're going to go around behind your chest here and place a block just like that. All right, great. The next thing we're going to want to do is build up a little bit of walls beside it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 with a top just like that. All right, now we got our entryway. We're going to want to put a gate like that and open it so it stays open. Then we're going to want to come around the back and place down your trapdoor right there and open that. All right, perfect. Now we're going to want to put a picture up right here. So for this particular configuration, I want to block off these areas. I'm going to crouch and place a picture right there. There we go. Perfect. Now it's there, but you can't walk through it because it's blocked off by the gate and by the trapdoor. I tried using an actual door in this configuration, but they just flap open and stay open. I guess it's probably how I've reversed everything. So I actually like this configuration better than using an actual door, but I believe you can change up and reverse the flow of your redstone down here so that a door would stay closed and then open when you need it. All right, And that's it. You've built the entire thing. You just open this up, place an item inside, and walk on through. Entry number 5 is your traditional flush-walled two-way piston door. 1x2, excuse me, the 1x2 piston door. Do it. Boom. There it is. You can go through, and then when you're done, you can come back out. Boom, boom. Flush. No one knows. Perfect. You've seen these before, and now we're going to show you how to build it. The first thing we need to make is an AB-BA redstone relay that allows one item to open, then the second, but on the reverse, the second will work and then the first. Okay? We put down 4 blocks just like this. Then we'll go facing that direction, facing that direction. Great. And we'll face this and go 1, 2, 3. And then we'll face back and go 1, 2, 3. Yep. We'll do a little bit of, so we'll do a repeater going into this block, and then this dust will go wherever you need it to go so that, your switch can be right there, and that'll work at A, B, and then B, A. There we are. That's your AB, BA switch. Now we're gonna set up the A part of your AB, BA. So a temporary block there, and a block there, and then break your temporary so it sits up just like that, okay? And then temporary block there, and a block there. Break your temporary with one beside it. So you end up with this configuration here. And then we're gonna put redstone dust all along it, just like that. All right? Then we're going to put sticky pistons. One here, and then one on top right there and there. Okay? This is the part that pushes the whole assembly over before it pushes out. But this is the A. So this will go, it'll push it over first, and then the B will come out, and then in reverse, the B will pull back, and the A will come over. That's it. That's all you need for the A. For the B, we're going to need a block there and there. All right. Redstone dust there. And then let me flip around here. And then we can put a repeater there and there. All right. Then we're going to need to put a block. Let's put a temporary one here. We'll put one there and there. These blocks will double duty. They have power running through them, but this is actually the block that you'll be walking on as you go in and out of your area. Okay, so make sure you do it with whatever designer block that you want to use here. And let's go ahead and put the sticky pistons here and here. And then whatever you want is your wall block there and there. All right, now we're going to come up the back here. And we're going to put a solid block, be temporary and there, and break the temporary. So it's going in. All right. Then we're going to go glass diagonal, like that. Go up one more, like that. And then come over, and there. That's a little confusing, but as you see, we just stair-stepped up here, and then went around, not on top of the blocks, but around to the side. All right, when we put the redstone dust in, it'll make a little bit more sense. Okay, we're gonna go to that block. That is powering this block. Up, and over. So now what we have here is the B is going both to power this block and to power this block, so that when it gets pushed over, the B will then push it forward. And that is it. Other than decorations, you have made the entire thing. Just like over and out. Great. And when it's in this is where your wall should be. Right? Right, just like this, so that whenever it's in the closed configuration, it's hidden and no one can see what's going on. That sound good? Now your switch can be wherever you want. There's even ways, if you look further online, even I have a tutorial, maybe I'll put a link here above, where I show a way of some of my other doors that I've done, that you can have a switch both inside and outside, closing it and opening it as you walk back and forth. And you can use that, it's just you need all of your signal to go right here into this block like this. All right, sound good? All right, that is it. That's 5 hidden entryways. I really hope all that made sense. If I went too quickly on something and you have any questions, please feel free to leave it below. I'd be happy to explain whatever's going on here. But other than that, I just hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time, and I hope that you found it adequate.